Hey y'all, how's it going? It's your boy Canarlo. We in the flesh. We doing it right. And I'm here today to talk to you about a topic that I hope that we can learn not to do as much. And that's to normalize. What do you mean by normalize? Well, so I know, and I've always talked about it. We've been through some things, right? We've been through pain, we've been through trauma, we've been through mistreatment, all that. But sometimes in those experiences, right, we did survive, but sometimes we justify those experiences. We say, oh, it molded me into the person I am today. Without this, I could have never been that. But I think we have to understand that the experience itself did not mold you. It was your reaction. It was your willingness to survive that molded you. Because I know for a fact, right? I know for a fact that everything that we've been through, pain, trauma, mistreatment, all that, we wouldn't want our kids to go through that. We wouldn't want our nieces and nephews to go through that. We wouldn't want our little bros, little sis to go through that, right? Because in the truest form, abuse is unacceptable. It's it's bad. It's awful. Who wants to go through abuse? But then we say, but I wouldn't be the person I am without. But you survived, yes. But just because you survived, it doesn't mean that you're left without the PTSD, the depression, the commitment issues, the inability to love or to accept love. Those are real consequences from pain, from trauma, and it is. I'm learning because it's frustrating that even myself, I normalize my own abuse. I normalize my own pain. I normalize my own mistreatment because that's all we know. These are our experiences. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Say it's bad? It's like it is bad. But if we start spiraling how terrible our life was and what we went through, we're not gonna maybe get through the day. So we stick it out. We push. We look on the positive side, and we find ways to heal through that. But sometimes we forget about what it did to us, and we normalize those experiences. And sometimes we see other people going through those experiences, and then we could sometimes look. I've been through worse. Like, you got to get through that. You got to get over that. Like, it ain't that serious. And we minimize what we went through by minimizing what they're going through. And that's a problem because now we're invalidating both of our experiences and we're comparing them. And we normalize it because, yes, the world is not amazing 100% of the time. We know that. Like, people are dying, people are going through stuff. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't recognize that this is bad. That we should just accept it for what it is. We can't justify those experiences because that's how we don't break the cycle. If we continue to normalize these experiences, then we may trickle down to our kids or to our peers. And when does the cycle stop? When do we start saying no to abuse? Verbal, physical, mental, spiritual, whatever it might be, mistreatment. When do we start not normalizing that? Because it's not okay. It's not okay. The fact that I normalized it myself and was saying, yeah, it's okay for the bullying. It's okay for the single parent home. But I still got self-esteem issues that I'm working through. I still got body image stuff that I'm working through. Confidence, commitment issues. And I like to deny it because I had to survive, but we have to understand what these things did to us. How they changed us. And maybe not for the positive. I know it can sound depressing, but that's why we need to heal and normalize and accept the experience for what it is, but also recognize that it's not as okay as we made it out to be. So let's see these experiences. Let's not normalize the pain because, as I said before, we know for a fact we wouldn't want anybody else to go through that. It's about making not only other lives better, but it's also healing within ourselves from the traumas that we went through. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.